Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are here for the first time, my name is Bre Jahmella and I welcome you to my channel. As you guys can see from today's title, we are doing a Q&A regarding my breast augmentation. Surprisingly, I didn't get any questions in the comments, which is weird because so many people watched the video. People kept going on my Instagram and asking me questions. Now, if you don't know, I've been signed out of Instagram since the beginning of the year, so I would literally have to go on and check it in order to see if I got DMs or whatever. Surprisingly, I actually wanted to go look at a picture on my Instagram, and that's how I end up seeing all the questions. So I'm going to get to some of the questions that you guys have asked, but they're not really, to me, they're not really questions because I have literally the same exact information that I was going to give you anyway. So your questions will be answered within this video regardless. So if you're interested in knowing how everything went and how I'm feeling, okay, first thing is first, so I have it covered. I was trying to find a bikini top. When I mean I could not find a bikini top, and I have so many. I don't know what I did with the, because I have like a little pouch full of like my bikinis. I don't know what I did with it. Clearly that's something I need to find because it's about to be summer just now. So yeah, but I put on a little tank. I know you guys have seen me in this before when I did my, I think I washed my hair in this, so you guys are gonna see it. But basically this is the final product. Well, not final, but close to final. This is from the side view what it looks like. So they're not big. I have yet to size them. Okay, I'm not trying to cover them. I have yet to size them. Okay, so now I want you guys to see how on one side it looks down and one side looks up. Even from the front you can see it. It's not huge, it's a slight, you know, you can see this one fell after like 2 days. Like when I mean 2 days, it dropped. This one, the muscle is taking a little bit longer to drop. So by the time you see this video, I'll probably will be 2 months. But they did say that it takes about 6 months for it to settle all the way in, depending on your hand movements. I also researched that it will take it longer to settle depending on the dominant hand. I drive with this hand, so I think that's also another reason. I write with this hand, but not as much because again I be in school and I can type. So it's not bad. You can see that the height of this one is not bad. I know that it still needs to settle in a little bit more, but this one I think it's dropped completely and it's done dropping. I don't think she's going to go anywhere else but here. But basically I have what do I have in? I think I have in, you guys are gonna kill me because I don't remember. Crap. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I literally wanted to tell you guys what the CCs are because I don't remember by the top of my head. Like, it's not something I'm going to remember. Like, that's not sitting up there. But I'm going to tell you guys the CCs once I open my phone vault so that I can show you guys. But I believe I'm a full 34C. Don't quote me. I have yet to even get them measured. Now I know a lot of people be like, oh, why would you get them so small and you're tall? For me, I didn't want no big boobs. I wanted cleavage. I wanted, when I wore certain things, it gave this effect. It gave boobs. It gave voluminous, velocity, you know? That feels so weird. But I wanted to give fullness, you know what I mean? I didn't want big ass boobs. Like, that's not what I was going for. And I know a lot of people, they be like, okay, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, go big or go home. Yeah, not for me, because I'm gonna be stuck with these for a long time. So I wanted something that, even if I wanted to wear stuff that are like, you know, itty bitty like this, I can. Like, I wouldn't feel insecure. It wouldn't be, you know what I mean? I still wanted that small boob effect, but with boobs, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now what my CCs are. Okay, so I have 2 different implants. Now I know a lot of doctors can do take out some tissue out of you to give you the same exact implant. I wasn't doing all that. I know they would say they're already in there, but I was just like, you know what, with my luck it might take me longer to heal. I couldn't afford that because I literally had to start school and I had to go back to work. So I have in my right boob I have 450 because this is my smaller boob, and in this boob I have 415 because this boob was always bigger. Okay, so I was always like, you see, if I go like that or like that, they would literally be the same exact thing, but again this one has fallen, like it's down. So I got them to literally match each other, so when this one goes down a little bit more, it would literally be that same circular cup, and I love it. Okay, so this one is a little sore still. I'm still healing, guys. I'm still in the healing process, just in case if you guys did not know. So when you guys see this video, I'm still healing, so yeah. Okay, so my surgery was in January, and I did it with Dr. Desai. He works in Beverly Hills. He used to be located in New York, and then he moved, and I'm just like, hated that for me. But nonetheless, I had to track him down. I have silicone gummy bear implants. Now when I made my deposit on this surgery, I did the deposit January of 2021. Yeah, and I did the surgery January 2023, which is hilarious. But it was literally because I kept putting it off. It wasn't because I couldn't afford it. It was literally, I just kept putting it off. Like, I just like, I don't know if I want to do it. And it was like, it was a constant back and forth with me. So that's why it took me so long. But of course, you guys, I know you guys want to know the total. So basically for my surgery, it was $6,400. And I think I ended up putting a deposit of $500. And basically you get, that covers anesthesia, the bra, the actual surgery. Medications are not included. So I'll let you go. Now, medications are not included, blood work is not included. Those are things that you need to do prior to getting the surgery. Most likely your insurance will cover your medication and your blood work. My insurance, I didn't have to pay for my blood work at all. Went to a doctor, they sent it to my doctor, my surgeon, and medication, my insurance covered it, so I didn't pay for anything. I literally paid for the surgery. That was it. Surgery, flight, and hotel. I did the surgery on a Friday because that's the only day that Dr. Desai does, I guess, breasts. I'm not really sure. But my surgery can only be done on a Friday, so I scheduled it for Friday the 13th, which is interesting. Or is it 12th? Usually it's Friday the 13th or Friday the 12th. I don't know, one of them days. I think it was the 13th. But anyway, so I was in LA for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I flew back home on Monday. I literally felt like crap. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it was a very rough recovery, and I don't know if it's because your girl's old or I don't know. It just was really rough for me to recover. But I guess it depends on the person, because even when I spoke to the doctor, he was like, you know, it literally depends on the person. Everybody heals differently. Everybody body accepts the implant differently. Like, everybody is different. So be mindful to always check with your doctor, but at the same time, just know you're probably not going to feel the same way somebody else feels. So one of the things that I received prior to getting to LA, obviously the surgery was in LA, I received a several weeks before the surgery checklist. I received a night before the surgery checklist, and I also received a day after the surgery checklist. So it's like a few checklists that you have, and you're able to check everything off, make sure you get everything done, prepared, whatever. Packing wise, the only thing I brought sweatpants, I brought sweat, like a oversized sweat jacket. I brought socks. I have to have socks on, that's just me. I didn't really bring anything because I didn't need much. Like, that's why I love this surgery so much. It's not like getting a BBL where you need pads and this and I didn't need all that. You literally need you, yourself, and I and oversized sweat jackets. That's literally all you need for the surgery. Your medication if you're flying from somewhere else other than LA. But that's basically it when it comes to that. I'm going to give you guys some of the questions that I asked going into the surgery. So if this is something that you know you want to do, these are questions that I would recommend asking so that you're prepared, and no question is a dumb question. So okay, so first up on the list, this was prior to even meeting Dr. Desai, and you're gonna see how my questions kind of changed. So before meeting him, I wanted to know, should I do like 420cc, like, and it's funny because I basically got around the ballpark of what I wanted. So 420cc was the original number, and I got 415 and 450. So it's fun how interesting is right in between. And my implant is underneath the muscle. I have the scar underneath here. I will insert pictures somewhere so you guys can see how they looked over the past couple weeks. It was crazy, okay? Crazy. I haven't got a recent picture. I might get a recent picture for y'all to put it in there in this video so you can see what it looks like right now as I'm filming the video. I'll put that picture last so you can see. But I did get it underneath the muscle, and I do have a scar. Now you can get it in the areola. For me personally, I just didn't want that. I was too nervous for that. I feel like I've researched and read so much about underneath the muscle, underneath the boob, and who's lifting up your boob to look that you got a scar under there? Nobody. Exactly. So no. But anyway, so I definitely just put it underneath there because it was not much of a big deal. I basically asked saline or silicone. I don't think they do saline anymore. Now, when I wanted to do my boobs for the first time originally, well, I've wanted to do them since I was 15, but when I first ever thought about doing it with Dr. Desai, I know that what people that he has done in the past were saline. So saline is just a saltwater implant. Now they don't do saline, they do silicone, which is a gummy thing, and then when you cut it, if you guys watch the boob vlog, I think you should watch it, you see the gummy implant I show you guys in the video. It's literally so squishy and so cute. Like, if it bursts open, nothing comes out, so nothing will affect your body, which I really like. So I definitely have silicone gummy bears, as I said before. How long do you need off? Now, this literally based on the person. For me, I was off of work about 2 weeks, and not because I couldn't do anything. It was just more so like, it was, like I said, harder for me to recover. Like, it was definitely difficult for me to breathe, and as you guys know, I work with older people, so like nursing or whatever, and you know, you gotta lift the patient and do all these things, so it was just a lot. So I was like, yeah, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that with these Shana Hills. So be mindful of what type of job you have. If you have a desk job and you could sit down and do that all day, you good. Me, yeah, that was happening. So your girl had to take some time off in order to do that, but I did go back to work so within a good amount of time, you know. So I would say about a week or 2 weeks, depending on the person. So basically, a question that I had up here was, should I go up a full size or should I do a half size, depending, you know, because I wasn't really sure what to do. Now, it literally is based on your body type. Now, I'm about 5'9", 5'10". I'm gonna just say I'm 5'10", because the 5'9", every time I go to the doctor, they say I'm 5'9", but it's given 5'10", but whatever. So you know, based on my height and my figure, I didn't want huge overload. Like, my top half is very small. Like, I can show you guys, I'm very small on my top half. Like, your girl didn't need to go any bigger than this. Like, your girl have no waist. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to my trainer. But I don't need huge because my body type is small at the top. I didn't want to do the most. Like, don't get me wrong, I did the most, but I didn't want to do the most. So another thing I forgot to say, because I didn't put this in there, my boobs are high profile. I didn't do moderate. Moderate is more natural. High profile looks like the Instagram girlies, the fakeness. For me personally, I just said if I was gonna spend that kind of money, they need to look fake, and that's just me. You know, I wasn't gonna spend that kind of money and they look real. Teach his own. Do what you do. Your money, not mine. For me, I was like, they gotta look fake. I'm sorry. I just want them to look fake. Like, if I'm gonna spend the money, they can look fake. And I'm not gonna go broadcasting it, oh my God, they're fake. If someone asks, I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie. But I just didn't want to spend that kind of money and get moderate. Don't get me wrong, you can get moderate profile, which is like they look high, but they look natural. But I didn't want that still. I wanted straight look fake, period. And I know they look fake, which I love. But anyway, what else? Another question I asked, which everybody may be different, can you be allergic to anesthesia? So that is something that you should find out. I have been under anesthesia, I guess you could say, when they take your wisdom teeth out. I've done that type of anesthesia, but I've never been like knocked all the way out. So yeah, I was very nervous about that. I didn't really get that question answered, which is weird, but he was like, it depends on the person. He said it's very rare that people are usually allergic to anesthesia. And he was like, basically, since I got my wisdom teeth taken out, he was like, I doubt you're allergic to it because it's in the same family. So yeah. What else? I was asking about when I wake up, would I feel like crap? Would I have an IV in me? So when you wake up, you guys watch the boob vlog if you haven't watched it. I'm gonna tag it in the end of this video regardless, but please watch it because you're gonna see how I went through the process anyway. But I'm just answering these questions for you guys. But when you wake up, basically, you are already in the waiting room, I guess you could say, for about 30-40 minutes. You was already in there. So your IV comes out, they're just monitoring you to see if you're good. Like, that's just basically, you know, that's just basically it. Like, they're just waiting to see if you're good. So you don't wake up with anything in you. No IVs, no nothing. Like, you just wake up. They actually woke me up with apple juice. I love apple juice. Apple juice is so good. So I was happy. I was real happy about that. But yeah, another thing I have to say is no nails. Can't have your nails done, no paint, no polish. But I think that's very much self-explanatory. If you've ever had surgery before, your nails should not be done. The night before, you cannot eat anything after 12 a.m. So depending on the time of your surgery, you are screwed. My surgery was at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was good. Like, I ate something, I think like 9 o'clock, didn't eat after that, went to bed, woke up. I literally was good. Like, I didn't have to wait hours to have the surgery done. So I would recommend, if you can ask for early time, do so. I didn't ask, they just gave me a time, and I was blessed to have that early. Also, another thing that I would say about antibiotics, know if you're allergic to anything. I watched a lot of the girlies videos, and a lot of them spoke about being allergic to medication. That was a huge red flag for me because I didn't know if I would be allergic. By the grace of God, I wasn't allergic to anything. For me, you get muscle relaxer and the Percocet. Those two I'm gonna only touch on because everything else wasn't needed. The Percocet and the muscle relaxer together, when I say you about to be sleep, you about to be sleep. You guys, my sister, I would every 2.5 seconds. You can't stay up. Like, both of them combined, them things is knocking you out. Like, when I came back, I had to be like, yeah, I think the day after I came back, no, 2 days after I came back, I stopped taking all of them because I was like, yeah, this right here, dangerous. Like, you could get addicted to it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, for me, the perks didn't really do nothing. I still was in pain, but them together, it just makes you tired, so you don't deal with the pain, you don't deal with the discomfort. And it wasn't really pain, I would say it's very much discomfort because it's something that's foreign object in your body. That's just what it is. So yeah, that was definitely them two things together. Dynamite, okay? Dynamite. I have to say in Jamaican, dynamite. Okay, it was that good. So good. And I mean recommend drugs, yeah. But another thing I want to touch on is hotels. I know this video is all over the place, but guys, I'm just trying to get the information out because I'm gonna forget. When it comes to where you're doing the surgery, I would recommend, if it is in LA, save your money. because the hotel alone was like $1,200. And I wasn't even in Beverly Hills. It was just LA. And in January. Ain't it happening in LA in January? But it was costly. The flights was like $900 because I had to pay for the hotel and I had to pay for me and my sister to fly. Like, I couldn't expect her to pay for something that had to do with me when I just needed her to come with me, and she was being courteous enough to come with me. So yeah, it was one of those things. But yeah, I would say sack your bread if you're going to LA, child. Make sure you're prepared. And that's why I wasn't so mad the fact that I waited to do the surgery, because I was able to stack my bread. I was able to make sure my bills were paid before I came back. It wasn't like I was struggling when I came back. I was going through it when I came back because I needed time off and stuff like that. Like, it was set so perfect that it was just like, you took enough time to pay it off. And I paid it off full. I didn't do like, you can do like payment plans or whatever, not payment plans, but pay it little by little. But when I say I paid it off, I didn't finance it. I didn't do one. It was like literally when I had the money, I was just paying it until I paid it off. I think the first year that I originally set the date, like set I wanted to do the surgery, because I didn't set the date until November of 2022. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it in January because I know I'm gonna be off for that whole month because of school. So that's the only reason why I did it in January. That was the whole point of doing it in January. And by the time summer came, I'm like, your girl gonna be outside. I'm really not though. I be saying I'm gonna be outside and I don't be outside, but I'm gonna try to be outside this summer. We gonna try. It's a working plan. Okay, so I want to give you some of the questions I had after, not after the surgery, but prior to going into the surgery. So this was like literally weeks up until the surgery. So one of the questions I had was, how will I be able to pick up meds? I didn't know, since remember I'm doing a surgery in LA. Like, so this is people who are, if your destination, you're going somewhere else to do it, these are questions to ask. So one of mine was like, how do you pick up the meds? So basically your doctor sends your medication to the pharmacy that's near you. So my doctor decided I was able to send it to a thing near me. It was good to go. Like, it was 1, 2, 3. I literally was able to pick it up in like an hour. Like, of the day that he said it. It was crazy. Like, I was just like, what? That quick? It was. So I literally had my pills a month before I even went into surgery. So that was, I love that. What if I'm allergic? So that was another question. So basically, you know, he told me, you know, if you are allergic to any of the medication, he would tell me to stop taking them or give me something else in order to do the same thing, but not that medication. You know what I'm trying to say? Also, when it comes to medication, you can use the generic brand, okay? You do not need to use the high-end brand or whatever. You can use the generic brand. It worked the same way, because one of the medications I had that I ended up not even using, I didn't even use it. I think I used it once. It was the generic brand and it worked perfectly fine. So just put it out there. Another question that I had, how long before I'm able to drive? I know y'all be wanting to know that too. Yep, especially if you have a car. So for anyone, if you do drive, you can drive literally, I think it was like 2 days after you do surgery, but you cannot be on the Percocets and the muscle relaxer. You cannot be on either one of those, or you cannot drive. So that's the only stipulation. You basically cannot be on either one of those meds and you'll be good. So I think I drove like a week after I came back, and it was hard because obviously, you know, my body was tense AF, but I got through it, y'all. I got through it. Another question I had again, I think it was the same question I asked about when you wake up, are you in pain? Now, I don't think I really answered that one in the last video, but when you wake up again, you're under anesthesia. So your body don't feel nothing. You good. Like, if you watch the vlog, you're gonna see literally right after surgery, a couple hours, I was good. I think I was after surgery for 4 hours and I was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. But it was because the anesthesia was still in my body. So I didn't feel anything. I was fine. It was still numb, if that makes any sense. So just know when you wake up, you're gonna be good. You're not gonna feel nothing. You're gonna be fine. It's not gonna wear off until that night or that morning. You're not gonna really feel anything. So another question I know a lot of women may would want to ask is having your period a problem? So when I was going into the surgery, I know when my lady friend is coming. Like, I just know when my menstrual is coming. So it literally was going to fall on the day of the surgery, or the day after, the day before. So I would have been day 2 of the surgery, and my day 2 is serious. So I want to know. Luckily, I think my period ended up coming 2 days before I even left to go to LA. So I was on like day 4 by the time the surgery came, but I still had it. And basically, your period does not influence anything regarding the surgery. So if you are on your menstrual and you want to go do the surgery, by all means, you're able to go. No stipulations, no problems. It doesn't stop anything. I could even recommend what I use, because I don't like tampons, and you using a pad wouldn't make any sense. So I got like the Always Overnight, like it's like a, I'm gonna say it's like a pamper. I got that, and I just wore that during the surgery, and your girl was good to go. No leakage, no nothing. Your girl's fine. So I would recommend, if you know you want to do surgery during that time, you have no. Now, of course, I know you guys want to know about the team, Dr. Desai, all of it. Again, watch the vlog. It explains a lot, but the team itself, Dr. Desai, I have never experienced something that made me so comfortable. Like, I literally did not get nervous until I was about to go on the table, and that's literally because I saw the table and I'm just like, ah. But the notion of the actual everything that I went through, it was an amazing experience. And I say amazing in the sense of I felt so comfortable with the doctors, the team, everybody just made me feel good. You know what I mean? I'm like, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you want to be around people who are respectful, nice, and stuff like that. You don't want to be around rude people or anything of that nature. So I would definitely say Dr. Desai was a 20 out of 10. I highly recommend him. Please, if you're trying to do surgery, go to that man. He is worth it. He is triple board certified. I would say that's another thing too. Look for a doctor who been doing this. You get what I'm trying to say? I didn't want to go to just any old body that, you know, you've been doing it for a couple years. I need somebody who's been in it for a minute, you know, and has the proper education. Triple board certified. It don't get no better than that. I'm just saying. So, you know, do your research. Don't just jump in or go in because you saw somebody else go. Do your research. Pay attention to the doctor you want to go. Look at his posts. Watch what he does. Does he do anybody that is of your, you know? And if he don't do anybody like that, you know, choose somebody else. I personally would say. Me, I've seen him do everybody. So I was even more comfortable going to him. So definitely would say, please do your research when it comes to your doctor. That is so important. Last up, I'm going to end this video because I know this is the only thing you guys probably want to hear, is how am I feeling? Honestly, your girl is good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I do not feel as what I felt before. You can see like my collarbone. Yeah, do y'all see why I got them the size I did? Look at my collarbone. My body, my top half is so small, but honestly, I feel good. I'm not feeling how I felt when I filmed the vlog, the boob vlog. Like, I'm not feeling anything of that nature. Your girl feel good. I could walk up steps peacefully. I could breathe. I could run. I'm back in the gym. I've been in the gym for about a month now, so your girl is good. I'm able to lift weights, which is really good. Not too heavy. I don't strain myself, but I do lift a little bit to see if that would help with a little bit of motion here. What else? Basically that's it. Like, I feel good. I'm very happy with the result. Like, I have no complaints. I'm literally happy. Like, they were worth, I'm gonna show you guys a close-up. They were worth every penny. I'm trying to see if I could make it come down a little bit further. You guys can see they're not huge. They're just, you know, they kind of look like they are, but they're really not. When I have on certain things, it literally looks like sometimes I didn't even do anything. Like, and I kind of like that at the same time. But if I wore something like this, you gonna be like, yeah, she did something. But it's only when, like, you know, you want to be sexy. You want to, you know, I want that extra oomph. And I never had that extra oomph. So that was my main reason for doing the surgery. It wasn't because of no Instagram girlies. It wasn't because I was trying to impress no man. Because let me be honest. The guys that have tried to talk to me knew that I did the surgery, was like, you were perfect the way you were. You didn't need to do nothing. So, you know what I mean? I had somebody actually mad at me because I did the surgery. Do I care? No, because it wasn't your money, it was mine. But I just feel like, you know, you gotta do it for you. Don't get the BBL, the S-sculpt, the boob surgery. Don't do it if it's not something that you are going to live with for the rest of your life. I'm cool with the decision. I've wanted to do it since I was 15. Okay? I've been knew I wanted boobs. I've always wanted boobs. Okay? Always. It's always something I've always wanted. I was like, I want boobies. And 9 times 10 I ain't having no kids, so I had to buy them. And even if I had kids and they got bigger, I would be cool, but they wouldn't be that huge. See my point? You see? There's a method to my madness. You feel me? You feels me? But anyway, guys, drop your comments. Let me know if you want to know anything else. I might do a 6-month post-op so you guys can see if it fell or not. Let me know if you want to see that. If not, I'm gonna just scratch that. But if you say you want the 6-month post-op of what they look like, I will do it. If not, we don't have to. But drop your comments, let me know what you think. Tell me if you like them, what you think. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I think it was worth it. But then again, it's my money, so of course it was worth it. But let me know what you think. Drop your comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.